hope and pray that you and your family are doing well. Listen. I need y'all to do me a favor. Facebook, Instagram, and we're live from YouTube. Please share this, and follow me as we go on this journey tonight together. Tonight, we're going to be talking about, for the next few minutes, don't be afraid to move on. Let me say it and repeat that. Don't be afraid to move on. That's what we're talking about tonight. Again, so let me introduce myself for people that are new, don't know who I am. My name is David M. Pinson, and I am one of the greatest speakers in the world. You might say, well, I haven't seen you yet. That doesn't matter. I'm coming. But I am a motivational speaker, and I'm a self-esteem, and I'm a confidence coach. And I care about people so much. I really want to help you build your self-esteem. I want you to be able to build your confidence and be the best version of yourself. Because when you get done with this session tonight, you're going to look at yourself in a whole totally different way, because I'm going to give you some principles that help you along that way. So I want you to get your pen. I want you to get your paper. I know that sounds old school, so let me say it. Let me get your iPad, your iPhone, your Android, whatever you have, because I want you to be able to take some notes. And I want this to be interactive. I don't want to just let you. I want you to talk. But I want to give you something that I feel will be integral for your life. So let's dive in. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So why are people so afraid to move on? Let's think about that for a moment. Why are people so afraid to move on? Why are they so afraid to take a step, to move on to greater things? Why are they so afraid? Why are they so afraid to move on? Why is it so hard? This is another question. Why is it so hard for people to move on? It is very tough. It is very tough to take a step when you are scared, when you are nervous, when you're fearful. A lot of people won't take steps because they're scared. A lot of people won't make a move because they're nervous. They're nervous about how is it going to be? How is things going to turn out? If it doesn't work, how is it going to turn out for me? People are very fearful these days on taking that step to move forward in their lives. They're timid. They don't know how to take that next step in the direction where they should be going toward. They're afraid. Now, if you have been in this place, or you find yourself in this place, I want you to just simply, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, put in the chat that I've been there. Because listen, I've been there. I've been there many, many, many times. I have been there afraid to move on, afraid to take a step, to take a big step. And I felt like my life was on hold because I was too afraid. I was too fearful of the unknown. I was too fearful of what people might say. I was too afraid to take the step because I didn't even believe in myself. And if we can be honest for a moment, a lot of us feel that way. A lot of us are dealing with that right now. A lot of us are afraid to just take a step in the right direction. Some of us, and I wrote this down, some of us won't even move because we doubt our abilities. I'm going to read that again. Some of us won't move because we doubt our abilities. We doubt ourselves. Somebody put it in, I've been there. Listen, we all been there, sis. We all been there. We won't move because we doubt our abilities. We don't believe in ourselves like we should. Now, you might say, where did this come from? Well, everybody's different, but I there's times that I wouldn't move because I did not believe that the abilities, the gifts, the talents, the thoughts that I had, I didn't believe that I could really make it. Just simply make it. I didn't believe that I can do it. And some of you are sitting out there don't believe that in your abilities. That you don't believe in the idea that you have. You don't believe in the heart and the passion that you have. And that's why sometimes you might struggle. You don't want to, but you struggle in that area. But that's why you're on tonight, and we're going to talk about that. Some of us live in an isolated place in our minds that we feel like moving on in our lives will leave us lonely and be consumed by guilt. That's another thing. People won't move because of guilt, because of your past. Listen, I've been there too. And the reason why I'm talking about this, a lot of us are supposed to be moving into new places, new plateaus in our life, and we won't do it because we're so afraid, because we don't believe in our abilities. We're too scared because we're worried about if it's going to work. Will people like it? Are people going to support me? Are they going to back me up? Are they going to buy my product? Are they going to buy my song? Are they going to buy my service? But before anybody else can believe in you, you got to believe in you. And because you have to believe in yourself, you got to make some moves, and you got to move on. You got to move on from that position at your job. You know that you don't really like it like that. Don't tell nobody. We're just having a conversation between us. Nobody else knows. But I know you don't like that job. I had a friend of mine. He's dealing with the situation right now at his job, and he's just having a really, really hard time with his supervisor, and he wants to leave, but he is so afraid. And he gonna get me, but that's okay because I want to help him too. He's so afraid to make steps for another position at another place. He knows what he wants to do. He knows what his passion is, but he is afraid to take that step. Now, many of you might feel the same way he does. You're thinking about your bills. You're thinking about feeding your family. You're thinking about how this thing's going to be for the next few years. But I want to encourage you. Sometimes you got to just go ahead and take that step of faith. You got to go ahead and just take that step and say, you know what? I can do this. Yes, there's a plan that has to come with it. A strategic plan, right? Strategic. Gotta have a plan. But I want you to learn that you got to move forward. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt stagnant? Have you ever felt that you're just in a place you keep going in a circle over and over and over again? You feel like you're not going anywhere. You feel so consumed. You feel so bound, like you're in a box. And every time that you try to get out of that box, it just traps you. Every time you try to push, there's no room for growth. And a lot of you want to fly. A lot of you are ready to fly, but you're so scared. But my question is to you, how can you grow to your capacity if you're in this small box? How can you think in another level when you're at this level? You're at a certain level that you've been there continuously, and you know it's time to move. But you say, oh, I might lose friends. I might lose this. I might lose that. Well, have you ever thought about this, my brother, my sister, that losing might be what you need so that you can fly? I say it again. You might need to lose some things and some people so that you can fly, so that you can move on to your next. It's not saying that you're better than that person or those people or that situation, or that organization, whatever you're a part of. That just means that you're ready to move on. You're ready to take that flight. You're ready to get into that plane. You're ready to even drive that plane. You have the coordinates. Now you're ready to move. So I want to give you just a few things because I know we started a little late. I want to give you a few things, a few principles on how to mentally make a move. Now, we can say all day, I'm moving physically here, I'm moving physically there, but your mind has to be focused. Your mind has to have a plan together. And I want to give you a couple things really quickly and get out of your way, but encourage you and motivate you, but to push you in the direction where you need to go. So if you have your pens and papers, your phones, whatever, take these notes. Take these notes, and I want to be able to help you tonight. So let's go. The first thing that I want to bring out to you, the biggest way, one of the principles on how to mentally make a move, to move on. First of all, you got to be grateful for your past. Why would I say anything that crazy, right? Why would I tell you to be grateful for your past? Because your past has shown you what to do and what not to do. You got to have enough of courage. I'll say it again. You got to have enough of courage to make a bold move, right? But you have to be grateful for your past. Why would you be grateful for your past? You learn something about yourself, right? You've learned there are some changes that I need to make. There are some adjustments that I need to make. I need to kind of think in a different way. I can't think the same way that I did in the past. Like for me, if I thought in the same way that I did 10 years ago, I'll be going in a circle. So nothing within me would have changed. The people around me would have never changed. My clients would have never been able to meet me because I would have been doing the same thing over and over. So you learn from your past. Some people are so ready to get away from it, and I understand. But there are principles that you learn from there. And you have to be grateful because it has made you grow. It has matured you. So be grateful for your past. Okay? And I like this. If you like this, and put in the chat that I like this. This is going to help me tonight. So remember, the first principle is be grateful for your past. The second one, and we're almost done here, explore the possibilities. When we're thinking about mentally making a move, not just physically, but mentally making a move, we have to explore all possibilities. Let's start with the first one, new opportunities. Opportunities that you couldn't get before if you would have stayed in that place, if you would have stayed with that man, if you would have stayed with that woman. You have to be able to make some space for new opportunities. Because listen, you've already been grateful for your past. Now you got to think about what are the opportunities for me. There's new people that I can meet. There's new relationships that I can make. There's new thought process that I have. I have a new way of thinking. I have a new way of moving. I have a new way of doing things. I'm meeting new people. And there's a new you. You don't look at situations the same because you look at all possibilities now. Because sometimes we can be blinded. We can be so blinded and be so complacent that we become blind. And because we are so blind because of complacency, we can't look at any other possibilities. And I want you to be able to really get that, okay? Because of the possibilities, they become endless. Because when you are complacent, there's only one choice. When you have these possibilities, there's more than just one choice. You have a plethora of opportunities. You have a plethora of meeting new people. You have a plethora of doing things that you said that you couldn't do. But because you have a new mindset, you got a new attitude, you are brand new, you've been reset, you push the reset button and you are better. The next thing is be mentally okay with letting go. Woo, that's a big one. That's a huge one. Be mentally okay with letting go. DMPCs, you're telling me that I have to be mentally okay with letting go. And the answer is yes. You have to be mentally okay with letting go of your past and even your present. Some of us, oh my goodness, and there's nothing wrong with daily routines, nothing wrong with that. But some of our routines have been hurting us. And not only has it been hurting us, it's been hurting people that are around us. People that are waiting for somebody like you, man, somebody like you, sir. And you have been so in this box, complacent, not moving, no process, just staying here, being stagnant. There are people that are waiting for you for what you have, the gift and talent that you have, the mindset that you have. But if you stay where you are, you won't be able to affect these people like they should be because they're waiting for somebody like you. Mentally detach from these situations, right? You have to mentally detach from is what is right for you versus how you feel. Let me say it again. You have to mentally detach from what is right for you versus how you feel. You have to separate the two. Because if you just went on your feelings, you'll stay where you are continuously. But if you detach from how you feel, right, and you get to what that you need for yourself, there's the difference. Now, when you attach yourself to what you need versus how you feel, because when you do that, there's movement. Then you are free. There's freedom in the movement, right? And you're making room for yourself for more, and you're more focused. So that's being mentally okay with letting go. And the last one, okay, you have to, sorry, my notes are, there we go, sorry. You always have to do what's best for you. Sorry, I couldn't see, it was messing up. Always do what's best for you at the end of the day. You have to do your best, putting yourself first, and stop putting yourself last. Now, I'm going to let that sink in for a moment, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You got to start putting yourself first. Now, you might say, well, that sounds selfish, DMP Speaks. Well, you know what? It might be a little selfish because let's be honest, you've been putting everybody else's situation in front of you. And when it's time for you to make changes for yourself, make decisions, make choices for yourself, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing because you're so focused on what everybody else, their needs, and you're putting your needs last. Listen, if you need that, you have to learn how to stand firm on your own decisions. I'm going to say that again so you can hear. You have to stand firm on your own decisions, even if some of your decisions is different than what people want you to be or want you to become. You have to become what you've been called and chosen on this earth to become. You can't be anything else. You'll try to be like something else. You'll try to do what other people want you to do. But if that's not what you're supposed to be doing, if that's not where you're supposed to be, then it's going to take you longer to get where you need to be, where you were called to be. So I'm saying to you, as I close this, stand firm on your decisions. Even if mama, daddy, sister, brother don't agree, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend, right? Even if they don't agree, and it's something different from what they're looking for you to be, it's okay. Because you need to be mentally okay with letting go. You have to be able to make this happen just for you. And as I close this power session live, I know some of you out here are having some problems. You're having some situations. You want to do this. You're taking the notes and you're saying this is good, but DMP Speaks. How am I able to make this permanent? How am I able to make this and not be afraid anymore? I don't know how to do this on my own. Well, I'm glad that you said something. Well, I have a program through my speaking business. It's called the Resilient Coaching Program. I want to help you learn how to not be afraid to move on. So if you're looking for that help, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I want you to put in the chat, in the comments, I need help. Once I see that comment, I need help, I will send you my personal information. You can either click the link on Instagram and Facebook and even on YouTube, or I can send you a DM. How about this? I'll send you both because I want to be able to connect with you and talk with you and speak with you because I believe that you're ready to move. You just need some help. You need somebody to be patient with you. You need somebody to even maybe walk you through. But I can't walk you through if you're not ready. But if you're ready tonight to make a change, I want you to DM me now, okay? On all my social media outlets. I thank you so much, guys, for your time. I hope that you really got something from this power session tonight. Don't be afraid to move on. Let's make some movements this year. We got 6 more months. Am I correct? We got about 6 or 5 more months. We got to make some moves now. We can't wait till December 31st, 2021. We have to make some movements now. I believe in you, and I trust that you're going to be good. So thank you so much for your time. I hope, and do me a favor, just do me one favor. Please share this on your page. I appreciate all you guys, and I hope that you have a wonderful and a blessed night. Peace.